If you're looking for a healthier lifestyle and are considering cutting gluten from your diet, then this video is for you. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that you will need to transition to a gluten-free way of life so that you can start feeling better both inside and out. Hi everyone, my name is Eric and I am an integrative nutrition health coach and shirt tie health guy. And today I'm here to help guide those of you who have decided to make the switch to a gluten-free lifestyle. Being gluten-free isn't easy, but with the right information, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. In this video, I'm going to cover some of the essential steps in transitioning to a gluten-free diet so that you can make the transition simple. Let's get started. Gluten is a protein found in several types of grains, including wheat, barley, and rye. It acts as a kind of glue that helps foods maintain their shape, and it is commonly found in breads, pastas, crackers, and many processed foods. However, not everyone's body can process gluten effectively. For some people, consuming gluten can cause health issues ranging from minor digestive discomfort to severe conditions such as celiac disease, an autoimmune disorder where the ingestion of gluten leads to damage in the small intestine. Recent research has suggested that gluten consumption might also impact the gut microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria that live in our digestive tract. Changes in the composition of this microbial community have been linked to various health conditions, including obesity, diabetes, and even neurological disorders. Therefore, for individuals with gluten-related disorders or sensitivities, adopting a gluten-free diet could potentially offer significant health benefits. In addition, those who don't have any gluten-related issues may also find that reducing gluten intake can improve overall digestion and well-being. One of the first steps in transitioning to a gluten-free diet is understanding which foods contain gluten and which do not. Some obvious sources of gluten include breads, pastas, and cereals made from wheat flour. However, there are many hidden sources of gluten in processed foods such as soups, sauces, and dressings. Therefore, reading ingredient labels carefully is essential to avoid accidentally consuming gluten. You have to become familiar with the foods that contain gluten in order to avoid these foods from your diet. It is also important to note that going gluten-free doesn't necessarily mean that a person's diet will automatically become healthier. Many gluten-free products on the market are highly processed and can be high in sugar and unhealthy fats. In addition to the health benefits of a gluten-free diet, we also want to make sure we are focusing on creating an environment that is conducive to creating overall health. This is why the focus of your transition to a gluten-free diet shouldn't revolve around packaged foods labeled gluten-free, but instead around whole, unprocessed foods. In order to maintain a well-balanced and nutritious gluten-free diet, it's important to focus on whole, unprocessed foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. This will not only ensure you are getting all the necessary nutrients, but also help to avoid any potential health risks that are associated with highly processed gluten-free products. Let's move on and talk about eating out. When eating out, you will want to be cautious about where you choose to dine. Many restaurants may not have a dedicated gluten-free menu or may not fully understand the concept of cross-contamination when preparing food. It's important to communicate your dietary needs clearly and ask questions about how the food is prepared. Some restaurants may also offer gluten-free substitutions for certain dishes, but it is always best to double check with the server or chef to ensure your meal is truly gluten-free. Now, this can sometimes be to your benefit. I was in Vegas at a buffet a few years ago with a family member who has celiac. And when we notified the waiter of this, he went to the back to talk to the head chef. The head chef came out to the dining room, personally talked to my family member, and prepared her multiple gluten-free dishes, making sure that all the ingredients were gluten-free and that there was no cross-contamination in the process. On a serious note, I was a bit jealous, and it was at that moment in time that I decided to go gluten-free. No, I'm just kidding. But I was jealous because she got some custom-made dishes that were absolutely delicious. All right. In addition, it's important to be mindful of hidden sources of gluten in dishes such as sauces, marinades, and gravies. These may contain ingredients that are not obvious sources of gluten, so it's always best to ask for ingredient information or choose simpler dishes with fewer ingredients. Similarly, when doing your grocery shopping, it's important to closely read labels and look for gluten-free certifications on products. While many packaged foods may not contain gluten as the main ingredient, they may still be produced in a facility that also processes wheat, barley, and rye, leading to cross-contamination. Being aware of these hidden sources can help ensure your meals are truly gluten-free. Aside from dining out and shopping for groceries, it's also important to know that there are some alternate grains and flours that are naturally gluten-free. These include quinoa, buckwheat, millet, and almond flour. Experimenting with these ingredients in cooking and baking can open up a whole new world of delicious meals and treats for those following a gluten-free diet. Now, there's plenty of debate as to whether any consumption of grains or grain-based foods is healthy, and this is a personal decision that should be made in consultation with a healthcare professional. However, for those who choose to consume grains as part of their diet, there are plenty of options available that do not contain gluten. And last but not least, there are plenty of resourceful websites and cookbooks available for those following a gluten-free diet. These can provide helpful tips, recipes, and product recommendations to make the transition to a gluten-free lifestyle easier. I personally eat a predominantly gluten-free diet because I know that I get specific reactions when I overconsume gluten, including acne breakouts and rosacea flare-ups. And I can tell you that just because you are eating gluten-free, it doesn't mean you will be missing out on delicious and satisfying meals. There are so many options available now in the market that cater to those following a gluten-free lifestyle, as well as plenty of cookbooks, making it so much easier to enjoy a diverse, delicious, and healthy diet. All right, guys, that is all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in to this week's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. And remember, taking care of your health isn't just about exercise or nutrition, it's about the overall lifestyle you live. So keep moving, eat well, and take care of your mind, body, and soul. And as always, be kind to yourself and stay motivated. We'll see you in the next video.